Welcome back to another podcast in which we're going to talk about our change journey, which is all about practice. And while practicing, I want you and I to enjoy this journey till we get to what we want to. Can you just think about children? If children gave up when they fell in the first time, they would never learn to walk. And like any other new thing you are learning, it takes practice to make it part of your life. First, there is a lot of concentration, and some of us choose to make this hard work. I don't like to think of it as hard work, but rather as something new to learn. The process of learning itself is always the same no matter what the subject. Whether you're learning to drive a car or type or play tennis or think in a positive matter. First we fumble and bumble as our subconscious mind learns by trial, and yet every time we coming back to our practicing, it gets easier. And we do it a little better. Of course, you won't be perfect the first day. You will be just doing whatever you can do. That's good enough for a start, I think. So, in order to keep that in this level, you just have to say to yourself often, I'm doing the best I can. It seems all of life is relationships. We have relationships with everything. The relationships you have with objects and food and weather and transportation and with people all reflect the relationship you have with yourself. The relationship you have with yourself is highly influenced by the relationships you had with the adults around you as a child. The way the adults reacted to us then is often the way we react towards ourselves now, both positively and negatively. So you just think for a moment of the words you use when you're scolding yourself. Aren't they the same words your parents used then when they were scolding you? What words did they use when they praised you? I'm sure you use the same words to praise yourself. Perhaps they never praised you, so then you have no idea how to praise yourself and probably think you have nothing to praise. I'm not blaming our parents because we are all victims of victims, I already said. They couldn't possibly teach you anything they didn't know. Sandra Ray, the great rebirther, was done so much work with relationships. She claims that every major relationship we have is a reflection of the relationship we had with one of our parents. She also claims that until we clean up that first one, we will never be free to create exactly what we want in relationships. So, relationships are mirrors of ourselves. Have you ever thought about this? What we attract always mirrors either qualities we have or beliefs we have about relationships. This is true whether it is boss, co-worker, an employee, or friend, lover, spouse, or child. The things you don't like about these people are either what you yourself do or would not do, or what you believe. So you could not attract them or have them in your life if the way they are didn't somehow complement your own life. Here is an exercise. Look for a moment at someone in your life who bothers you. describe 3 things about this person that you don't like, things that you want him or her to change. Okay? Now, look deeply inside of you and ask yourself, where am I like that, and when do I do the same things? Close your eyes and give yourself the time to do this. Then ask yourself if you are willing to change. When you remove these patterns, habits, and beliefs from your thinking and behavior, either the other person will change or he or she will leave your life. So if you have a boss who is critical and impossible to please, look within. Either you do that on some level, or you have that belief bosses are always critical and impossible to believe or to please. If you have an employee who won't obey or doesn't follow through, look to see where you do that and clean it up. Firing someone is too easy. It doesn't clear your patterns anyway. So if there is a coworker who won't cooperate and be part of the team, look to see how you could have attracted this. Where are you non-cooperative? If you have a friend who is independable and lets you down, turn within. Where in your life are you undependable? And when do you let others down? Is that your belief? If you have a lover who is cold, seems unloving, look to see if there is a belief within you that came from watching your parents in your childhood that says love is cold and undemonstrative. If you have a spouse who is nagging and not supportive again, look to your childhood beliefs. And did you have a parent who was nagging and not supportive? So are you that way? If you have a child who has habits that irritate you, I will guarantee that they are your habits. Because children learn only by imitating the adults around them. You just have to clear it within you, and you will find that they change automatically. So this is the only way to change others. Change ourselves first, change your pattern, and you will find that they are different too. Blame is useless. Blaming only gives away our power. That's why you just have to keep your power because without power we cannot make changes. The helpless victim cannot see a way out. Let's not be.